Hi, I'm Brandon Collins. I'm the second son of Margaret and Fletcher Collins, as you all know, who are the founders of the Oak Grove Theater. And why is the theater so important to me? It's because here's this theater that promotes and displays and produces high quality performances and staging for a local audience primarily, and has been doing it for years and years, totally without anyone ever being paid to do anything. That is very special, and it fulfills what my parents wanted to happen. I started many years ago to build this theater by helping do the stage, which was out of cement. We brought up rocks from down the lane to build the stage. And in those early years, we had 4 or 5 Mary Boland girls staying at the farmhouse, and they were actresses and residents. It was a delightful time, and at that time I was 19 years old. I was a freshman at UVA, and it was a delight to have the music and the performing that happened in that era. One of the first plays we did was Blithe Spirit, and it featured the immortal Betty Lee, who most of you have probably heard about, and she was doing a seance about a departed soul, and right in the middle of that, she said, "Is there anyone out there? Is there anyone out there?" And right on cue, a sheep out in the pasture said, "Bah!" and it stopped the show.
Hi everyone, my name is Corey McDaniel and I have been playing in the woods since 2009. To me, Oak Grove is all about creative collaboration. You face so many challenges being out at the Grove, whether it's the tree that sticks up in the middle of the stage, or all the critters that run around, or even just saying, you only have this much space, how are we going to show all these different locations? There's a really great collaborative and creative spirit that comes alive when you're out at Oak Grove. It's truly magical, and I've never experienced anything quite like that in any other theater I've worked at.
My name is Brent Hull. I've been playing in the woods for 30 years. I started in 1990 backstage, and in 91 I was on stage in the performance and production of Big River. I've been on stage every summer since then, with the exception of one, but involved in every season. What the Grove means to me is memories, friendships, people that we've loved and lost, friendships yet to be made. Getting to sit right here in 2006 with a lifelong friend and eat a cold can of beans without ketchup. I love this place. It's a magical place, and I'm glad to have been a part of it for so long.
Hi everybody, and greetings from Mickey's backyard.
This is Bob and Cookie Wright from Central Florida. We are here to celebrate Oak Grove.
We've had quite a career with Oak Grove. It began in 1983 with our first production of Oliver, directed by Lil Morris. I played Mr. Sourberry, and Connie Hardroder played Mrs. Sourberry.
And I got to be the prop mistress and listen to all the complaints.
Then from 1983 to 2014, we had massive amounts of experiences and shows at Oak Grove in the woods. We did over 30 productions during that span of time.
We made many great friends, people we consider family. With each show, our family grew, and we had some wonderful memories.
So in 2014, I ended my Oak Grove career by directing the 39 Steps, and I was extremely fortunate to have a stellar cast of Oak Grove luminaries with Mike Lafferty, Brian Holsopple, Jenny Howard, Ben Houseknecht, and Aaron Crosby. What a perfect way to end my Oak Grove career.
And now we're here to celebrate Oak Grove one more time. We miss being outdoors, we miss the friends, we miss the animals, we miss the parties, but most of all, we miss all the memories we made every single year.
Like the drunk man with the heart attack who came out of the woods real late one night, or like Donna G's car catching on fire in the parking lot and we had to call the fire department. So many other memories. So Oak Grove, thanks for the memories, and please come see us. Our door is always open.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Karen Painter Hudson, and I've been playing in these gorgeous woods since 1969. I first met Fletcher and Margaret Collins when they were producing Once Upon a Mattress, and I happened to be slightly pregnant. We were friends with Tidge and Doug Roller, who were involved, and Tidge introduced me to Fletcher. I went over to the Oaks, I sang, I pranced around a little bit, and I got hired. It was wonderful. Then I saw the Grove, and walking down the gravel path to the stage, it was like walking into a magical setting. And then I found this treasure box in the woods, and it was full of wonderful, wonderful, talented people, directors and actors and stage personnel and the people who produced beautiful sets and musicians and everyone, all dedicated to the art of theater and offering wonderful ideas and great enthusiasm. The Oak Grove is truly a treasure of a place. It is so special. And I ended up playing in the woods for about 30 years. And always wonderful productions, always wonderful people, and great, great times. It was the highlight of my life. And I just love it and embrace this place. Thank you.
So, my memories of Oak Grove Theatre. I'm Barbara Spillman Lawson. And I was first on the stage of Oak Grove 45 years ago. Oh, back in the day when outhouses were there and metal trailer dressing rooms. It's in the heat of the summer, can you imagine? And back in the day when someone else did my makeup. But you know, Oak Grove, the memories will live on forever, just like Oak Grove will live on forever. Oh, the joy, the family, the camaraderie. Oh, Oak Grove, I love you so.
Hello everyone, my name is Stephen Weingard. I love it here at the Grove. Actually, I did the first show in 68 or 69, The Princess and the Pea, and I was just a kid, really a small kid, 16, 17. But I returned to the Grove, fortunately, and I think it was about 5 years ago. I'm going to try 2015. And I've done 2 and sometimes 3 shows a year. I love this place. And if you haven't been here, you need to come. And if you have been here, you know what I'm talking about. Ciao, Bella.
Hi, I'm Emily Gerard, and I've been playing in the Grove since 2014. This is summer camp. This is mosquito bites and sweating and sunburn and playing and just lots of fun. I think of my family when I'm here because they're always welcome and they've participated in many different ways at the Grove. But this is a magical place, and you should come visit. Stay a while.
Do you have any special memories of the Grove or things about the Grove that you liked particularly?
Well, sure. It was the camaraderie. We were all working together to do something that we all cared about very much. And it was working with Fletch, which was very special. I mean, Fletch was sort of the man. And so working with him as a partner was very exciting for me. And the Grove actors were very good. I was grateful, especially to have men, because I had been directing at Mary Baldwin, and guess what we lacked at Mary Baldwin College for Women? We were a little short of men. So that was a very exciting thing about the Grove. And of course, it's wonderful just to be here in this beautiful place. And the kind of easy camaraderie that arises here, and people supporting each other and hanging around after the rehearsal to have a drink, of course, a soft drink.
Hi, I'm Brian Holsopple, here to talk with you today about a very special place to me, Oak Grove Theater. My association with the theater started back in 1980, and yes, there were people then. It was a play called A Cry of Players, and from there we went to Camelot and about 25 to 30 other shows that I've done over the years. The place is special because of the many, many talented people I worked with over the years, and also because of the place itself. It's just a special place. If anywhere in the area could be called sacred ground of theater, I think Oak Grove is well in the running. I've done a lot there, I want to do a lot more there, and I look forward to seeing you there, whether you're behind the stage, on the stage, or in front of the stage. I look forward to seeing you at Oak Grove Theater. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Joan Swift. My husband Mac and I first became a part of the Oak Grove Players in 1974 when we were both cast in Where's Charlie? Since then, Oak Grove has been a big part of our lives. I love Oak Grove because it's a place where everyone is accepted for the talents they bring. It is a place to sing and dance and act and direct. More than anything else, Oak Grove is a place for building community as everyone works to create the product of a play. Production people who figure things out, crew who build and paint, and players who delight in playing a role. What a joy Oak Grove has been in my life.
Hello, my name is Mark Swift. Many of you may recall that my parents, Mac and Joan Swift, were fixtures at Oak Grove for many years. Although I live in Pennsylvania now, Oak Grove remains very close to my heart, and I try to catch at least a couple of shows each summer. I saw my first show there when I was only 9 years old, and was fortunate to participate in many productions over the next 30 years. During this season-long unplanned intermission, I plan to take some time to revisit all those wonderful memories of the place and the dear friends I made there. To put it simply, Oak Grove feels like home.
Hi y'all, I'm Bill Smith, and I've been playing in the woods off and on since 1983. My first appearance at Oak Grove was in the 30th anniversary production of the original Oak Grove production, Blithe Spirit. That 1983 version was directed by the late and wonderful Jeannie Lee and featured the also wonderful Betty Lee. I was so pleased to have been part of that production, and I hope to be part of Oak Grove in the future when we're able to play in the woods again.
It's adult summer camp. It's amazingly talented people from all walks of life that become like family in a matter of rehearsals. It's audiences that will hop up if there's a storm right before curtain and help you dry the stage. It's the random moments. I'm in a pregnancy belly and I can't bend over, but I have to be dirty in the next scene, so Susan Bass is scooping up dirt from the woods to smear on my legs. Or we're on the second story of the rotating noises offset and a nearby party suddenly has fireworks that we have to speak over. And it's the animals that you discover in rehearsals and you name them and they follow you out throughout the show. It's everything. It's a happy, good place. And I love it.
Oak Grove. Okay. Oak Grove to me means perseverance. In 1985, I was 22, 23 years old and I auditioned for Oak Grove. Bombed it completely. But I kept in the back of my mind, I'm going to get on that stage somehow. So it took me until 2010 when I auditioned for Prelude to a Kiss that I actually made it. But in the 9 years since, I've been asked back 7 more times. So altogether 8 seasons. So Oak Grove, perseverance.
Hi, I'm Allison Sprouse, and my first Grove production was the Red Velvet Cake War in 2012. What the Oak Grove means to me is, I think more than anything, friendship. Over the years, in various productions, casts become very close with one another, crew members do, and it really does become a family. It happens like that in any theater, but there's just something different about Oak Grove, that it just becomes like a very close-knit group. And when the show is over, you still stay in contact with these people because you do have a relationship with them. So I think that's what I enjoy most about the Grove and why it means so much to me. It's just all the friendships that I've had over the years. And these are people from various backgrounds that I probably wouldn't have met any other way.
Hi, I'm Kim Harris, and I've been playing in the woods since 1993. My first show working backstage was Lettuce and Lovage. I love the Grove for all the amazing talent, the friendships I've made, and just watching a production from start to finish and being part of that. It truly is a magical place.
Hi there, I'm Lee Beauchamp, and what the Grove means to me is basically friends that become like family. The magic of getting to do a show together just brings people together in a way that is amazing and wonderful, and it lasts a lifetime. And I'm so grateful for all the opportunities and all the memories I've had there, and I hope I get the chance to make more in the future.
Hi, I'm Jim Caputo. Oak Grove. Oh, the time I spent on that little square patch of concrete in the woods. My mind is full of heady moments. I remember Frank Sotherington casting me in The Tempest. It was my first time on stage. I have no idea why he did that. But there I was. And at the end of this, Prospero was the incredible actor Rick Height. And he was downstage center on the gravel delivering the epilogue. And I thought, and I'm on the same stage. This is wonderful. The same season, Robbins Gates cast me in Major Barbara as Undershaft. And our Major Barbara was this incredible actor, Elizabeth Lewis, beautiful woman. And I remember a scene where I was sitting on a love seat that was always upstage. And she was facing me, and she was addressing me, and the light coming from behind her put this golden glow around her, and it was a magic moment, and I was hooked. There was one season I was in 3 out of the 5 productions. I remember, perhaps most of all, playing Salieri and Amadeus. I remember they wheel you on stage and they turn your back to the audience. You're in this old-fashioned wheelchair, and the audience fills in, and then the lights come up and you start to play. But that whole time that you're sitting there, a very, very long time, you're thinking and you're dreading what is about to happen, because what is about to happen is you're about to try and deliver perhaps the biggest line load ever written. And it's, besides that, it's this roller coaster of emotions too. And then the whole thing ends with this chord from Mozart's Requiem. And you hear that, and it's the most welcome chord you've ever heard in your life. I remember a scene with Terry Sotherington in The Master Builder. We were one voice. We had this synchronism going between us that was just, I've never experienced it since then. And then there was one bright Sunday in the fall where we honored Margaret and Fletch, and we directed 3 philosophers a la the Marx Brothers. What fun, what love. The Oak Grove gave me the honor of sharing the poetry of Christopher Fry with Pat Cabe. The sublime joy of farce with Charles Culbertson and the 2 Ricks. The supreme satisfaction of Scapino with Susan Polly. There's no price for the friendships I made in that hollow, and they're all too numerous to mention. Oak Grove is a major part of me and always will be. Oak Grove, it's a place of magic.
Hi, I'm Terry Southerington, and I've been working at Oak Grove since 1970. What the Grove means to me, that's tricky to pick one thing. I love acting and directing and all things backstage, but if I had to pick one thing, it would be the people. Fletch and Margaret welcomed everybody, and that's been engraved in the Oak Grove. My entire family has been out here. So every summer you get to work with people that you've met and love to work with again, and every summer you meet somebody new, and before the end of the run, they're your new best friend. So the Oak Grove, it's beautiful, it's a lot of work, but it's an awful lot of fun. Join us.